merry meet, and we are in the fall, and if you have a little bit of cold, that's totally normal. Oh, merry meet again. This is Jenny from Jenny Demonic, and today we have a lot of things to talk about. I have promised you that I was going to offer you a possibility of doing a telepathic spell. First of all, an announcement responding to. Oh, sorry. I have a little bit of runny nose. An announcement responding to all of you. Some of you had a lot of questions. So, if you intend to try any of my spells at home on your own, but you still require my assistance, I have now put on my site, since some of you have requested something to that extent, because they want to do it alone, but they don't know if they do it right. So you can book 1 hour with me, and we're gonna be on camera, so one-on-one camera. So you need to be able to know how to use either Skype or Hangouts. And so we establish a time after you order, we establish a time, we establish a day that works for you. Make sure you have all your material already in front of you, everything that you need for the spell that you intend to try on your own, and I will just guide you. I will say, okay, take the candle, get the petition, write the petition. This is what you write on the petition, then you put it under, or you put it here. This is what you put when you put the oil. This is what we're gonna use. So you have me for 1 hour to answer all your questions and to prepare the spell with you. More than this, guys, I really don't know what else you can have from a spellcaster. Okay, so moving on. So today we're going to talk about a way to telepathically send a message to someone. And if you look on YouTube, there's all sorts of people that are doing that. I'm definitely not the first one, and I will not be the last. Everyone has their own different style. I tried, by the way, some of the videos. I have tried them on me. I find, however, that being a demonic caster, some of them only go so far, and it's not a critique on anyone. I think they are very right in saying that we should not interfere with anyone's free will. They take it more on the spiritual side. You send a message of love, you send a message of blessings, and that person receives it. Oh, that's beautiful. But in a demonic telepathic message, we are trying actually to send a message that has to give a certain response. And I feel that some of the video, and some of you have received them, some of the videos don't get as far as that. And so I tried this several times in our temple. I tried this several times to see how we can do this in an efficient way that can bring you some results. And the best way that I figured out to do this is to have the help of one of the two of my favorite demons. The first one is Zephyr, and I usually have a candle. I have my own candle for Zephyr. And I used, I'm sorry, I really have a runny nose. I didn't know that. In fact, today I am really, really tired, and maybe I'm coming down with something. Who knows? But I don't mean to annoy you with my seasonal cold or whatever is coming. So this is Zephyr. For Zephyr, I have my own candle. It's just a white candle. I blessed it and put the Zephyr sigil. That's one way. Or Sitri. A lot of people like Sitri. I do like Sitri. So if you decide to use Sitri, you don't use Zephyr. If you decide to use Zephyr, you don't use Sitri. So it really depends. One's a duke, the other one's a prince. They both work on sexual. They both have sexual components, but Zephyr does not have a fertility component in it, whereas Sitri does. So if you're trying to get pregnant by your lover, you will ask Sitri. If you're trying to not get pregnant by anyone, you would ask Zephyr. That's as simple as I can go. Having said the disclaimer, I'm gonna choose Sitri for today. So that I like Sitri, I like babies, and I like Sitri. So I'm gonna use Sitri today, but I also have Zephyr. Remember, you can only use one or the other. So the first thing that you're gonna do is you're going to create the Sigil of Sitri. You really don't have to be fancy. You can print one out off of the internet. There's plenty of it, but I like to make my own, and I like to create my personal relationship with Sitri. If you want a scrying mirror, Sitri likes that. If you want sandalwood incense, Sitri likes that. There is no particular day of time of the day, although he is a day demon, but I've done this at night and got great results as well. There's no particular time of the moon. You can do it a full moon. We're a full moon today, but I've done it on waning moon and I had no problems with that. Sitri really doesn't care, and neither does Zephyr. They are demons. They don't care about the moon phases, or they are indifferent to human lives. Always don't care about what's going on in the world unless you call them, and they'll be here when you call them. So I like to send my telepathic message knowing that my demon is going to be here. So we have the Sitri Sigil, and then and I already told you why I like Sitri, because it's perfect for sex and bringing someone. Sapphire does too, but in an infertile way again. So we're going to write the Sitri M, which you're going to repeat over and over and over to enter a meditative state. So that's ALORA, VEFA. I'm gonna write it down here, but Sitri, LIRACH, ALORA, VEFA, Sitri. So that's the M of Sitri. I'm gonna write it down. So you're gonna start by sitting. You know, I have my meditating position, my yoga position. I am all. You just sit down in a very comfortable situation and a very comfortable room. Make sure you are on your own, and make sure to breathe properly. What do I mean by that? Okay, so you bring your breath up, hold it, and then release. And you start saying the M of Sitri, possibly with the incense, so that after you say the M about 100 times, you should feel a shift. You should feel that you're not in your awareness. You're not in the awareness state. You're leaving you're bringing yourself, you're transporting yourself onto another world, so to speak. And this is the part where it's common to other people. You're gonna use your hands, and after breathing properly, you're gonna place the picture of your target in front of you. Some people say it is not necessary, but when you're asking Sitri to be there, yes, it is. Sitri needs to be made aware of who you want him to work on. So Sitri needs to know who the target is. So while for other video you might not need a picture, you just need to visualize. No, in this case there's somebody there with you, and you're gonna say this guy or this woman is the one that I want you to work on. So you need a picture of the target, whether on your phone. Make sure your phone does not go asleep. Whoops. Make sure your camera, your laptop, your iPad, whatever you have, does not go asleep during this. Make sure all stays up and lit for this. So at this point, you have your picture up. You're going to, and you have said the M about 100 times. So you assume that Sitri is going to be here with you, and you start rubbing your hands forcefully, thinking about your target, and then you're going to feel the energy between your hands and sort of make a ball with your hands about the energy. Some people like to visualize that there is a white light surrounding them. I don't quite necessarily feel that, as long as I know that Sitri is here, because I am doing this, remember, by conjuring the demon. So if while you're creating this ball, and you should feel this energy in between your hands, this ball that you have, while you're creating this ball in front of the picture of your target. If you feel the presence of Sitri, if you feel that you're not alone in the room at this point, you should feel that. That's great. So at this point, you're just looking at your ball with Sitri right next to you, and you're gonna imagine that you're gonna write a couple of words or 3 words, no more than that, on this ball. And this is where I differ from other people, okay? Because you cannot write more than 2 or 3 words on this ball. But I want you to write something that you really want out of this person. So let's just put it out there. Name of the person: John. Call me. Call me. Okay. So you can imagine that you are writing, John, call me. Period. Okay. Or you can imagine that you are writing, John, have sex with me. Like very short, and then all you're gonna do is you're going to still feel this. You're gonna see the words on this ball, and then you're gonna send the ball out with your hands like this towards the picture. Imagine this ball hitting your target and going inside your target. Maybe inside his mind or inside his heart. I'm just using a he, but it could be a she. And then most of us agree on this, that you should make the sign of silence once you have done this, because you don't want this energy to come back to you. So this is, we do this differently, obviously. So your index finger, when you want to shoot somebody out, and instead of doing it this way, you reverse it and you put it on your lips. Some people use the left, but I also do this. So put this finger on your mouth, on your closed mouth, for about a minute, and this finger both towards you on your heart for about a minute. And so you seal the energy, and after that you just relax, and you make sure at this point to dismiss Sitri, because again, we're not doing it like everybody else is doing this. We're doing this with a demon, so the demon always needs to be dismissed. Also, remember that before you start all of this, you need to have a cord around you, and then you just dismiss the demon. Thank you for being here. You are dismissed. I hope this helps you, and let me know if this works for you. Thank you so much. Bye.